Hello, sound test mic. What's up, guys? Learning with Rich here. So for today's topic, I'm going to teach you how to create your starting page in your Revit project. So I'm going to show you how to create the splash page or the starting page of your project. So aside from that, I'm going to show you also how to create a title block that you will be using for your starting page, and I'm going to show you how to use a shared parameters. All right? So let's get started. So as you can see, I already have this project as my sample one. So you will notice I have here this sheet here. All right, this one. So I customize this one. So if I click this, I can change these details here. All right. And aside from that, take note that even if I change my view, let's say to level 1, so I select level 1, and then if I save that, and then once I close the project, okay, and then I'm going to open it again. So I'm going to open that. So that project is project X, and then I'm going to open that. So you will notice it will open the starting page, all right? So it will not open the last page that I have open before I close and save the project. It opens the starting page or the splash page of my project. Okay, so this is what I'm going to show you because this is very useful, especially if you are the BIM manager in your company and then you want to set up your project nicely. Okay, so it is a must for you to be able to have a starting page in any projects or every project that you will be doing. So I'm going to show you how to do this, as well as creating title block and creating a shared parameter. So this is going to be a three-in-one um, lesson. Okay, so it will take a lot of time, but again, patience is a virtue. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to close now this sample project of mine. So I'm going to close that. Again, if I change that to south elevation and then I save and then I close that, so if I open again that project, this is the beautiness of starting page. It will open always the starting page so that any person who will be looking at your project or your client, they will be able to see the information of the project that you are working on. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to close this and we will be doing this start from scratch. Again, don't forget to subscribe, Learning with Rich. All right. All right, so I'm going to create first the title block that we will be using for our starting page. So I'm going to select new title block. All right, so I'm just going to use here an A3 metric. All right, so this is the title block that I'll be using. This is the template. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is we need to specify what are the details that you want to be shown on your splash page or the starting page of your project. So let's say, for example, you want to show there the job title, the project location, the zone or block, just like the one that I have shown you a while ago. All right, so I'm just going to customize this one. So first of all, so let me just, this is just an example layout. Of course, you can do on your own, right? So let me just do it like this. So I want to have a style. Right, so I'm just going to drag that. Okay, so it's up to you. You can style your starting page. So this is how I want to do it. Now I want to include the job title. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to select the create here, and then as you can see, we have label here. So this is the one that I'll be using. So I'll be creating the label for my job title parameter. So I'm going to select this. Okay. And then I'll be using 8 mm label. And then I'm going to pick somewhere here. So I'm going to pick here. That is where I want to place my job title. So as you can see, as I scroll down here, there is no parameter that is called uh, job title, right? So that's why what we are going to do is I'm going to create a parameter. So I'm going to create parameter, click that one, and then we will be creating a shared parameter. Shared parameter, you always save this to the server or to the network or to a drive wherein all the team members will be able to um, use it or locate it. All right, so that they'll be able to use the shared parameter that you will be doing for the company. So I'm going to select, and then let's say I'm going to edit this one. This is not the one that I want, so I'm going to create a new company shared parameter. So I'm going to select edit, and then I'm going to create a new one. So I'm going to save it inside my company X folder. So I'm going to open this, and then I'm going to call it uh, company shared parameter. Okay, so make sure it is saved to a drive wherein your other team members will be able to use that and locate the shared parameter. So it's pretty useful. So this is how you create your shared parameters. You just name it. It is a text file, and then just save it. All right. So that's now your shared parameter. Okay. And then after that, the next thing that you need to do, you need to create the group there. Okay. So the group that we will be creating is for our title block. Okay, or for our sheets. So I'm going to select new here, and then you just name it, just name the group. So let's say, for example, this is for my sheets, or let's say this is for my title block information. So it's up to you. So I'm going to select here, okay. And then after that, you create now the parameter that you want. So I'm going to select new here. All right, so let's say I want the parameter for my job title. Okay, any parameters that you don't have here, so you need to create that on your shared parameter. All right, so I don't have the job title, so make sure the discipline is common. And since we will be typing this, change the type parameter to text, and then just select your OK. You now have one parameter there. Now, you just keep on adding the parameter that you want to be added to your title block or to your starting page or to your splash page. All right, so I'm going to keep on adding. All right, so you just select new here. Okay, so what else? So let's say I want to put the project location. Okay, project location. This is just text. Okay, new. What else? Zone or block. So this is again a text. Okay, new. What else? Who is the project manager? Okay, so these are some example of parameters that is not um, created on the default title block. Okay, what else? Project type. Okay, so just follow me, or if you have other parameter name that you want to add, please feel free to key in that, and then just select OK. Okay, so I'll just keep on adding. So who else? What else? Okay, client name. Okay, feel free to forward the video. Okay, so just in case you want to speed up the process, it's just I'm trying to do it one by one, step by step, so that you guys will be able to follow it. So that's, oh, okay. So I'm going to rename this beam coordinator here. Beam, all right. So I cannot rename it. Can I rename this one? All right. Anyway, I'll just delete that. So I create a new one. So beam coordinator for civil and structural, CNS. Okay. What else? Beam coordinator for mechanical, plumbing, fire protection. Okay, you can always customize the name. So what else? Beam coordinator for electrical. Okay. Uh, what else? Project number. I think we already have a project number here. All right. So after you specify all the parameters that you want to be added to your title block, so the next thing that you need to do is just select here OK. All right. So that's now your parameter group for the title block, and then these are the parameters. And then I'm going to select here OK. All right. So let's say, for example, that's now your beam coordinator for civil and structural. So I can select that if I want, and then I can select here OK. So you will now be able to see it here on the list. Okay, so let's say, for example, I want to add the job title. So same procedure. I'm going to select this tool, this option. So I'm going to select here, select, and then job title. So I click that, then OK, then OK. So there you go. So I'll be adding the job title, and then you can put a sample value here. Just select here OK. There you go. And then just select here modify, cancel this. Okay, so I can click this and then just drag. There you go. And I can also change this. Click, edit type. I can make it bold, then okay. Alright. So I'm just going to put the information that I want to be included here. So after the job title, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add now a text here. So create, I'm going to add a text, and I'll be using, let's say, 4 mm. So I'm going to select edit type. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to type 4 mm. That's the type of the text. And then I'll change, of course, the text size. So it's 4 mm as well. And then I'm going to make it bold. And then OK. And then I'm going to place it here. So I'm going to put there. So I'm going to key in now the details that I want. So for example, this is for the project location. Okay. And then I'm going to copy this. Like I'm going to copy it down by 10 mm. There you go. So this is for my zoning or block information. So copy 10 mm. Okay, so the procedure is you just need to repeat the procedure again and again. So this is the project manager. Okay, and then copy. This is the project. Oops, sorry. 10. This is the project type. Then uh, client name. Okay, and then after that, after I key in here the text, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm now going to add here the label that I created. Just like this, this is label, and then this is text. Later on, once I loaded this inside the project, you'll be able to understand what is the difference between the label and text. Okay, so let me now add the parameter here, project location. So I'm going to select create. Oh, I'm sorry, manage shared parameters. So I'm going to add there the project location. Ah, no. Create. Ah, okay. Sorry. So I select label. So this is 4 mm, so I'm going to select here 4 mm as well. So 4 mm for the label, 4 mm for the label. Okay, so I'm just going to put it somewhere here. And then I'm going to look for project location. So there's no project location here, but I already created a shared parameter for that. I'm going to select this one and then project location. So click, OK, there you go, OK. Click this and then click this one. So that's the sample value. Then OK, there you go. And then modify, then you can resize that. Okay, you can move this all the way here. Okay, and then let me put again another label here. In case you terminate your label, you select modify, just select again create, and then select label. So make sure you're using 4 mm so that it's the same size as the text. You align it, same procedure, just click, select shared parameter, look for zone block, okay, okay. You can double click this, it will be added here, then okay. Okay, and you can drag that, right? So let's continue adding our parameters. So this is for the project manager. Okay, double click. Okay, drag. Okay, this is for the project type. Select project type. Okay, double click. Okay, project type. Right click, click, select. Look for client name. Double click. Okay, double click. Okay. All right. So if your company has a logo, so you can also put a logo here. You can go to the insert, you can select image. All right, I save it here. So where's that? This is my logo. Open. There's my logo. I can click that and then I can move. I can put it here. Align. There you go. Okay. You can put your logo there. Alright, so I want to put another line somewhere here. So I create and then create line. Gonna place it here. So I just want to make a style. There you go. Okay, so I want to add another information. So like, for example, I'm going to add another text here. Text. So let's say I want 5 mm. Again, I don't have 5 mm here. So that's why I'm going to select edit type, duplicate. So 5 mm, change this to 5. Then okay, so let's say for example for this one, I'm going to key in beam model name. Okay, and then just going to align it. So somewhere here, I'm going to type project number. Project number. All right, then select modify. Then after that, after we key in the text, let us now add our label. Same procedure. So create label. So this is 5 mm. So we don't have 5 mm for the label. Same procedure. Just select edit type, duplicate, and 5 mm. 5 mm. Okay, and then just key in here. There you go. So this is for beam model name. So there's no beam model name here. That's why we click this again. Select. Let's go to our shared parameter. Let's look for beam model name. Okay. Then okay. Double click. Okay. And then just resize it. Same with this one. So I'm going to click somewhere here. Let's look for project number. So there's a project number already. Just double click that, then OK. And then just drag, modify. Alright, so let us add some more details. Okay, so this is how I want my splash page or starting page to be look like. Okay, of course you can always customize this. Doesn't necessarily means follow that you need to follow what I'm doing. So I'm just giving you an idea how to do it. Alright, so let me add more text here. So I'm just going to copy this, put it here. Alright, so I'm gonna call this, like, for example, who is the example. I want to include the name of the main contractor. Okay, so I'm going to copy that, move it by 10. So main contractor, what else? So I also want to know who is the consultant. I want to include the name of the consultant. So copy, put it down, 10. Who else? Alright, so aside from the consultant, I also want to include the BIM manager. BIM manager details. Okay, and then I'm going to copy this. I want to add some more here. So how about I align it here? Okay, so this is for the beam coordinator. So beam coordinator name for civil and structural. Okay, and I also want to include the name of the beam coordination for mechanical, plumbing, fire protection. Okay, or whatever services that you want to include. Okay, about electrical. Okay, so let's say for example these are now the details that I want to be added. So now about let me just move it here, so that I still have a space here for their names. Okay, so after we add the text, just like this portion here, we're going to add also the label, the parameter. So we have the text and then we have the label. So I go to create label, make sure this is 4 mm. So I'll just align it there. Okay, so there's no main contractor here, but I remember we already included that to our shared parameter. So I select the main contractor, double click, okay, double click, there you go, then okay. Just drag, alright, pick. There's no consultant, but it is included to our shared parameter, the company shared parameter. Double click, okay, there you go. Adjust, always adjust that one because sometimes the name is too long. So you just adjust it. So for the B manager, select B manager, okay, double click, okay, there you go. So same with this one. So how about I put it somewhere here? So beam coordinator for CNS for the civil and structural. Drag. Alright. Okay, align. Beam coordinator for the mechanical, plumbing, fire protection. Okay, double click. Okay, drag. Alright. And then beam coordinator for electrical. Electrical, double click. Okay, oops. Let's click this and remove. Alright, drag. Okay, it's too long. So probably I'll just select this and use the mouse, the keyboard on our mouse to move it. Okay, so these are now the details that I want to be included to my splash page. Okay, so the next thing that we are now going to do is to save this title block. I'll save it here. So this is my starting view, starting view, and then just save. Okay, then create a new project. Let's try this one. Let's create a new project, and then it can be architectural or structural or mechanical. It's up to you. So this is just our standard starting page or splash page. So let's say I'm doing architectural. So I select here OK. There you go. And then let's go back to our starting view project. And then we are now going to load this to our new project, which is this one. Okay. There you go. Just close this warning. Now, so I'm going to right click now the sheets here. So as a manager, you need to set this one first. So I'm going to select new sheet, and then you will now see there our starting view sheet or title block. Just select that and then OK. Okay, so as you can see, if you click this, we are not able to change this detail straight away on our label. Okay, our text is fixed, but our label, it should be changeable, just like this one. Okay, you can change it, okay, however you like. Okay, but the problem is the other label that we created is not changeable at the moment. Okay, so we want to be it like this. Okay, so when you click the title block or the sheet, make sure it is colored blue. But if it is colored red, meaning you will not be able to change it, just like this one. Now, how do we give solution to this one? All right, so what you need to do is to include all the remaining labels for our starting page or splash page. What you need to do is to incorporate the parameter, the project parameter. So to do that, just go to the manage, and then you select parameters. This is a very long process because we have a lot of parameters, but okay, be patient with that. Be patient with that. It will really helps your company a lot by following this procedure. So to do that, go to the project parameters. We only have this, so we are going to add parameter. Okay, and then we will be selecting our shared parameter. Select. Okay, so we want to include all of this to the list because as you can see at the moment, we only have this default parameter occupant. So we want to add all the parameters that we created. So to do that, this is sheet view. So I'm going to select add. Okay, add shared parameter, select. All right, so let me start with CNS beam coordinator parameter. There you go. I want to group that under the general group. Okay, general group. This is just a grouping and instance. And then let's look for sheets. That's it. Okay, so we want to place this on our sheets and then select OK. There you go. Same procedure with the rest of the parameters. So I'm going to select add, shared parameter, select this one. General instance sheets. Okay, add shared parameter. Okay, these were the general sheets. Add shared parameter. Okay, you only need to do this one time because as a BIM manager, you need to set up this one every time you do or start your project. Okay, then let's add again. Shared parameter, select. Same procedure, general sheets. because we are working on a sheet. That's why we are adding it on our sheet. Okay, what's that? Model name. Next is client name, general, sheets. Okay, so add shared parameter, consultant, general, sheets. Okay, add shared parameter, select. What's that? Consultant, job title, select general, look for sheets. Make sure it's instance, select OK, and add again shared parameter, select main con, general, instance, sheets. Okay. Okay, so we are almost there. Oops, not graphics. I want general, instance, sheets. Okay. Add shared parameter, select project manager, general, sheets. Okay. Add shared parameter, select project. Oh, so that is zone black, general, sheets. It's up to you. You can always change the group parameter. I just want to put the parameters under the general information. Okay? You can change that. What else? Last one, the project type. Yep, project type, general, instance, sheets. All right, there you go. So now that we have loaded all these project parameters, so look what will happen now on the title block. So okay, so if I click again the title block, there you go. See, it's now colored blue. Super. Meaning to say you can now customize it. So as a B manager, you can just put it there. You can put there the job title. So they need to key in job, key in job title here. Okay. And then for the rest, just put XXX, X, XXXX, XXXX. These information are actually self-explanatory so that the rest of the team members, they know already what to do when they put details on their title block or on the splash page. There you go. Oops. What's this? What happened? Mhm. All right, so I think there's something wrong with the parameter that I created here. So what I'm going to do is just close this, escape. I'm going to double click this, or let me check first the parameter. There's something wrong with this one. It should be text, but whenever I key in a text, it says that I need to start with a formula. So to troubleshoot this, let me just backspace that. Let us check the parameters. So manage project parameter. Let's look for what's this one? Beam coordinator, electrical. Let's modify that. What did we have? Okay, so we selected here length. So what I'm going to do, I'll just cancel this. I click this and remove. It's okay. Just select yes. Just add shared parameter, select electrical. Oh no, so it's already on length. So let me just cancel this. Cancel. So let me double click this to open the editing. Okay, so this is the editing of the family. So let's select this, edit it. What did I do with this one? Okay, let me click this. Let me just remove this first. Okay, let me create a new one. Select. Let me edit this. What did I select? Electrical properties. Okay, so I selected their length. So I'm going to select OK. Just delete this one. Okay, it's okay. We haven't applied yet this parameter to other sheets, so it's okay to delete this one. Just create a new one. So this will gonna be our beam coordinator. At least this is what you do, just in case you encounter this kind of problem. Okay, there's a possibility that you'll be able to encounter this as well. It's a good thing we already encountered here on my tutorial, so that at least you'll be able to know what to do next. So electrical. Okay, so it's now text. Okay, double click. There you go. Then okay. Alright, then let's save this one. Save this family, our starting view family, and then load it back again to the project. This one, and then okay. Just override it. Okay. Now it's red, so meaning to say we need to include that project parameter here on our list. So I'm going to add shared parameter, select beam coordinator electrical. There you go. It's text. Let's put it on the general. And then let's look for sheets. Then okay. There you go. Then okay. So you should be able to key in now a text here. There you go. Okay. So as you click outside, you will now see here that it's all here on our general here on grouping. You can put it on the identity data, you can put it on the graphics, it's up to you. Okay, so I just want to put the details of my title block under the general here. Okay, so let me just save now this project. So I will call this project project X. Oops, project C X. Then save. So take a look. If I change the view to level 1, okay, and then after that I'm going to close the project. I close it. Okay, and then I'm going to open again my project X. Open that, and then open. Okay, you see by default it opened the starting page, but actually if I go back again to level 1 and then I close all the views here. Okay, I close all the views and then I save it, and then I close again. Take a look. Then I'll try to open again. Open the project X. Okay, it opens the last view where I have saved our project. Let's say I open level 2 and then I close all the views and then save it. So if I close this one and then I open again the project X, our last save is level 2. That's why it's open level 2. Now that is not what we want. What we want is every time we open the project, it will shows us our splash page here. This one. Let me just rename this, by the way. Say this is our 000 splash page or starting page. So our goal here is, even if we open level 1 and then close all the views, then save and then reopen, we want to show the starting page every time we open the project. Alright? Because at the moment, if I change the view to level 2 and then close all the views, save the file, close the project, and then if you open that, it will open the last view, right? Level 2. But that is not what we want. Okay? What we want is this one. So every time we open the project, it always go to this page. So to do that, what you need to do is to make this view as your starting page. So to make this starting page, just go to the manage and then you will see this option here, starting view. It specifies the view that first displays when you open the model. So you just need to select this one and then just click the drop down arrow and then just select here the view that you want to be your starting page, this one, and then I select here OK. So take a look. So even if I open now level 1, and then I close all the views, then I save it. Then after that, I close it. So when I open the project X, you see that's my last view. But if I open that, it will open our splash page. All right. So every time we open our project, this will show to you. Okay. It will tells you right away the details of the project that you are working in. So it's very nice to have your project set up this way. Okay. So you need to create a starting view to make it tidy, to make it more informative to the other user. Okay. So basically, this is how you create your shared parameters, how you create your title block, and then how you create your starting page or splash page. So hopefully you learned something from this video. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. Once again, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.